Hey guys, and the year is 1995, and you have just released a brand new add-on for your Sega Genesis, a hit console with hit games. So clearly for this new add-on, a flagship title would be a spin-off game for your main series. Well, Sega clearly had the best idea in the What? Knuckles? Who are these people? Introducing Knuckles Chaotix, the first ever real spin-off on the Sonic the Hedgehog series, using different characters, different assets, and an entirely different art style and unique gameplay system. Now, you see, I haven't really gone in depth when it comes to the classic games yet, but just you guys wait for that. That video is coming soon enough, so I'm just going to do a quick rundown of how a Sonic character should feel, or at least a single Sonic character. You see, this game wanted to be really unique, and have two characters on the screen at the same time, which does sound like a pretty unique and fun idea. But in execution, it is fairly terrible. The two characters are tethered together by a ring, and this makes the gameplay sluggish. Instead of being a fast, fluid game where the player can react in time and has to build momentum and gain speed, they're always carrying around this dead weight, this character who has terrible AI. It seems like the guys making this game saw how Sonic and Tails played in Sonic 2. You see, a second controller can pick up Tails and start playing as him with Sonic. But due to Sonic's high speeds, Tails is usually left in the dust and is far behind and has to catch up. It's fairly tedious. So Knuckles Chaotix made a terrible reason as to always have two characters on the screen at the same time, and, well, it just plainly sucks. Always having this dead weight, the second character who's terrible at the game. I mean, the AI sucks. This is just terrible. The fundamental flaw with this game as established by Cybershell. And really, that's all there is to it. It's not that deep. Down to its very core of the ring tether mechanic, this game is just flawed. It's a mechanic that just isn't that fun, isn't that good, or really works that well with the level design. And speaking of the level design, it's not the best. Now, you would think that just because the engine and main gameplay is bad, some good level design that helps accommodate for this bad gameplay would make the game a much more enjoyable experience. It's kind of like with Sonic 2006. The original engine on the Xbox 360 is very glitchy and buggy, but the fan-made remake Sonic P06 makes the levels genuinely much more fun and enjoyable without having to memorize every 5 seconds to accommodate for the glitches. So how does Knuckles Chaotix solve this problem? Well, it really doesn't. Instead of levels being designed around the ring tether and its mechanics, well, they're just fairly linear and empty. Not much is going on in these levels. You simply slingshot once and then you just shoot off in a random direction. It's very mindless and monotonous. I mean, there's hardly any enemies until the latest levels, but it doesn't really feel like you're making any progression due to the random level selection. It's fairly terrible. All these design decisions are just stupid. And when a Sonic game can't even have loops, you know it is wrong and terrible. I mean, Sonic R even has loops, and everyone can agree that that game is janky as hell. I mean, I like Sonic R, but we don't talk about that. Also, what's up with the level title cards? Like, the shapes, the crazy colors, and... is that a barcode? Why does the Sonic level card have a barcode? Oh yeah, I haven't introduced these guys yet. Strange enough, Knuckles Chaotix features, you guessed it, the Chaotix. You've got fan-favorite characters like Vector, Espio, and Charmy. Oh yeah, and Mighty the Armadillo's here, but he's not really that popular. And all of these characters follow the rules of the set-up classic Sonic games, each having their own special moves that can be activated with the same one button as the other characters. It's pretty interesting and well thought out. And another part of the game that is fairly well made is the 3D special stage. Unlike Sonic 2, which is just a half pipe, Knuckles Chaotix doubles down and makes it a full pipe, where the player can rotate this maze as they collect blue spheres and rings for extra time. And it is genuinely fun. This special stage feels like a hybrid between the one in Sonic Mania, where you collect blue spheres, and the one in Sonic 3D Blast, where the player has impressive 3D effects. It genuinely feels like this is what the developers wanted the game to be, a high-stakes, high-action obstacle course type game where the player has to react in a quick amount of time. But the higher-ups at Sega had asked for a 2D Sonic game because that is what has worked previously in the past. I mean, it genuinely feels like this shows off much more what the 32X can do than a 2D Sonic game with a bunch of colors. I mean, there's a reason there's some fake screenshots for Sonic X-treme showing off this very effect. I feel like the developers at Sega genuinely wanted this to be the next-gen Sonic experience. Call it Sonic Runners 32X or something, and have it be an arcade-style game where the player has to replay levels to faster, get higher times. I mean, come on, it doesn't even need a complex story. This genuinely probably would have been a much better experience. No way, that's too complicated for all the little kiddies to understand. It's gotta be a silly little 2D Sonic game where there's no challenge or effort needed to be put into the gameplay. That's simple, and we can do that real quick and get it out for our Neo system. Hehehehe. Damn it, Sega, this is why people say Sonic had such a rough transition into 3D. All of your backwards decisions just make everything worse. All of this eventually adds up to a game that does have some really nice ideas, isn't all that great, but hey, the music is absolutely gemmin'. I mean, Jesus, why am I even making this video? Wait, God, I don't even like this game that much. I don't care. This isn't Sonic 2. Why did I want to make this video again? Oh yeah, so, like, Knuckles Chaotix is, like, turning 26, like, last Wednesday or something, I don't know. It was trending on Twitter, and I was like, what? No one actually likes this game. It's Knuckles Chaotix. How about we talk about something, like, important, like brunch? Yeah, let's talk about brunch.